I want to repot. This is an interesting type of Echinopsis valida or hybrid with it. I don't care. And I want to repot it. It has been in a too small pot, so we will take it out now, and then it will go into this one. This is a much bigger pot in comparison. There's the potting up a lot here. I brought a good soil. Yeah, let's get started. Okay, so first we need to get it out of the pot. So I want to get me a little stick so I can push through the hole at the bottom. Okay, let's try it with this. Let me see. Okay. It's loose. So now I will fill the pot with the new soil that I have, and it will be a lot more organic than I used to have. This will be cemetery soil. So let's get started. And I want to fill the pot half, because I want to give the plant a little bit stability too. The brand doesn't matter what kind of soil you use. Everyone has their own soil, and yeah, this will work no matter what. Okay, so let me put it in. Wearing a dust mask, because you never know. Okay, yeah, this is good. This is okay. So let's move this thing elsewhere. Okay, so let me get some of the soil so I can fill it up. And I also want to loosen the soil a little bit. Okay, so I brought a little bit of water first, so I can keep the dust low. I'm very aware of dust and try to minimize it, because a lot of it is mineral. Okay, so now I just want to loosen everything here to give the plant a chance to grow fresh roots. Okay, so now I will fill this up with soil. Okay, I did it off camera because I didn't want to show a random type of like product. I really think the soil is not important. What is important is how you treat that soil, how often you water it, of course you need to make sure that the pH level is right. Maybe 6.5, something like that. 5.5 to 6.5. But apart from that, the soil, you can make it work in everything. Good breeders can work with every kind of soil. So yeah, let me get my glove so I can punch it. Didn't find my glove, but I found the grabber tool. Okay, compacting the soil, but not so bad that you can barely that it cannot root well. You know, the soil needs to be loose enough that it can root. Okay, what I often do is I put a few of the smaller pots around it to give it stability, and that's what we will do now. So let me just this one here keeps it from falling over, but it's really not important. What you could do is fill the whole pot. If you fill the whole pot, it will not fall over. But yeah, I just bought 3 bags of soil and they are already almost gone. So I need to be aware of a little bit of, not being too wasteful. Okay, so this one's heavy. This is exactly what I want. This is a Cleistopsis hybrid, Cleistocactus crossed with Echinopsis by Robert Gräser, I think. And I might sort it out. So right now, it's just here to keep the plant straight. I want to put another one on the other side and then we're done here. Okay, I moved it away a little bit. So yeah, this will be enough to keep it somewhat straight. A little bit crooked here, but we can do it. It's also another problem because the plant will eventually grow into a certain direction and then we need to counteract it anyway. There it is. So this is a clone called South Australian Short Spine Tersheki. And the Tersheki, I mean, highly unlikely, but okay. Could be a hybrid, So I won't be like held up on it. I don't care. It's just, you see the slender build of this plant. It doesn't really strike me as a Tersheki. Also the spines. Look at the spines. I mean, let's zoom in. That's just not how Tersheki spines look like. I have a Tersheki that I want to show you now. That's how the spines of a Tersheki look like. Also this blunt epidermis that you see, highly unlikely that that plant is a Tersheki. But it could be a hybrid, so who cares? It really doesn't matter. But now, this thing is in a good pot. Size is okay for the next 5 years. I will leave it in there. At some point, I will just take it out of the pot, including the soil, and put a little bit more soil towards the bottom so it can root a little bit longer. But yeah, overall, this will be okay for the next 5 years. And I will try to move this plant somewhere where I can breed with it, where I can make crosses with it. Because now I expect it to flower. Maybe next year, we'll see. It's still small, but it already goes to my ribs. Maybe 20 centimeters more and we're flowering. It's going to flower. So yeah, and right now just got to be careful that it doesn't fall over, because that would cause problems. At some point you need to just have the plant in its spot where it belongs and leave it there. And I will keep it outside now so it can rain on it, so it just helps with the soil, with the compacting of the soil and the rooting and all. Plant is a little bit dehydrated. You can see the thin ribs here. So having it outside will be good. I have it in the shade. Cannot put this in full sun now because I turned it. Sometimes a plant builds resistance against sunlight, but only where the plant has been getting sunlight. So when you move a plant out, then you suddenly have a different side in front of the sun. Can cause problems, can cause burns, so we will need to be careful. I might even have to move it somewhere else here. If there's a problem, I will just move it into the shade over here. This spot is for the weak ones that need a little bit more time, and I might move it there. But I want to just wait and see how it takes the sun. Maybe it is looking for sunlight. Okay, yeah, repotting done. I now have like only 1 bag left of soil, and I need to buy again. I also have no more pots left. See, a few of them have been repotted already. I'm trying to repot the plants that I'm actively breeding with first, and the ones that need it, that are sensitive, vulnerable, where I see, okay, a plant has got skin problems from not enough space in the pot, because that can happen. When you have a plant that is just growing without soil, it will become sick. It will get sick, and also we try to repot the ones that really need it. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Bye.